There we go. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry about that. I haven't done this in a while, so I totally forget how to punch in all the sequences and stuff like that. But I was giving shout outs to everyone. Again, shout outs to Joshua, Pickle Gamer, Tampa Tom, nice to see you here again. Pet Sonics, Ryan Riley, the Nutty McKen. Lots of people joining us early today. That's good. Maybe I should start doing streaming at 5 a.m. on Saturdays instead, you know? Get back into the game, right? 54 Punchy, how you doing, kiddo? Good to see you, Ken. Dudism, thank you for letting me know, no volume. Yeah, and everyone else, thank you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday. T Riddle, shout out to you too as well. Lyle, there's a lot of new people in here. Nice. Cool. All right, glad you guys could hear me. So anyways, oh, you know what? I forgot to add something. I was supposed to add a breaker scene or something. Oh, well, maybe I can do that while I'm talking to you guys. No, I can't do that because if I did, it'll switch the scene on you. Whatever. Anyways, hope you guys doing good. Thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday or are having a wonderful holiday. I know I'm on my break, so yeah, I'm just loving it. Just getting tons and tons of sleep, and I'm probably getting tons and tons of more sleep. So yeah, it's been a pretty eventful year, I guess, at least for this channel. You know, growing from what was it? About around 2000 at the start of this year, and then hitting just 10K just this couple weeks, I think. Now I'm at almost I'm at 10.3 right now, so yeah, it's growing. So even if I'm not doing videos, I still get a good steady stream of subscribers, so that's really nice to see. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are here. Let me pull up chat, pull up the next thing, and see if you guys said anything other than hi. Anyways, if you guys got any questions or anything, it's simple Q&A. I got some other stuff lined up. I got one Aqua eval. I did not go check to see if there were any others submitted, so unfortunately, let's take a look really quick. Oh, see, someone did put something in. Okay, I might have to do that on the fly, maybe, or maybe I'll do it next time. But anyways, oh, sorry, was it too loud? Your volume? No, not 5 a.m. 5 p.m. Or is it 5 a.m. where you're at, T-Riddle? Lio Tanking, he said, I just got back to the aquarium, diving into plants, and your channel's a great resource. Well, thank you very much. I'm hoping that you're going to have a wonderful time getting back into it. I know I started this channel when I just got back into it myself as well. You know, from a break about, I don't know, 10, 15 years, I think. And I just jumped back into it. I'm like, hey, let's do a YouTube channel and teach people what I'm learning, getting back into all this, you know. So, how you doing, Tahir? Good to see you. Life with Pets, how you doing? Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been, you know, just growing the channel as best I could. I'll probably go faster if I just keep doing videos, but, oh, I got burned out from that last series of CO2. So I decided to just chill out for a bit and just, you know, go home and sleep instead of do videos. Go home and play games, I guess. I don't know. I get into those moods where I just want to just binge game or binge, you know, Netflix or something, catch up on stuff. So, T Riddle asks, what is a decent noob CO2 system? Well, there's no real noob CO2 systems. A CO2 system is a CO2 system. There's like a no newbie way of doing it. So it depends on, you know, how you want to start it up, okay, and then what kind of options you have out there. There's actually tons of do-it-yourself, which I have a video on. There's some branded name CO2s like the passive CO2 Fluval 20G system, which is good for tanks under about 20 gallons. And then you go full pressurized CO2 system. Again, watch my CO2 series. I go through everything that you would need to know about how to set up a CO2 system, as well as understanding how to use CO2 in your tank. So, honestly, if you have the money, honestly, I always tell people, go pressurize. You know, I mean, if you really want to seriously get into the planet tanks, that's probably the best way to go. It isn't more of an expensive way to do it, but you get things going and it works well. instead of messing around do it yourself a CO2 system, which will work. It's just not as effective as pressurized CO2, and it's a lot more setup, and you have to change it out and swap it out every week or 2 weeks to get it working. So there's that too. But if you get like a paintball tank, should last you about 6 weeks to 8 weeks. You get a full like 5-pound tank, that'll last you like a few months. So it's all about how you want to deal with it, and also your budget. See what else. Whoa, lots of people. How are you to hear? Are you driving a taxi and watching YouTube? That's just. Are you just waiting for a fare or something? At 1:05 a.m. Wow, that's interesting. Here, hey, you're my inspiration. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that I'm someone's inspiration at least. Life with pets, yeah. Burnout is real for sure. It just drives me nuts after a while. And a lot of times it's I think I spend a lot of time just making a video, and I don't just just make a video. I don't just shoot and put it up. I have to do the editing and stuff. So it drives me nuts sometimes, because sometimes all I do is sit here and edit and edit and edit, and it takes a while to edit because I just want stuff to be perfect. You don't have to do that, but I'm just one of those guys that just have to do it like that, Ryan Namir, yes, it's been a while. Glad you could join us today. 9 a.m. Carrie Yemen, am I pronouncing that right? 9 a.m. So you must be across the pond, the other side of the world from me. That's cool. Joshua Spurka asks, what are your thoughts on external diffuser powered by a power head? It works. It's fine. It's just an extra contraption. That's the only problem with that, is that you have to set up another contraption in your tank that you hook up, when you could just have it done through a glass diffuser or done through inline from your canister filter, if you have one, or your sump or whatever line that's going in your tank already. Again, it's all about convenience, but an external diffuser powered by a power head works just as well, just as fine. It's just another contraption, however, though. Well, thank you, Tahir. I'm glad it's helping you and a lot of people out there getting back into this hobby of ours. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Laotian King, I believe that's how you pronounce your name, right? Laotian King, maybe? When planting my dirty tank with 1-inch cap, should I be planting the plants deep enough to reach the soil from the start, or will the roots grow down on my own? I'm using pool filter sand. It's really up to you. I usually tend to plant it all the way down to the soil, mainly because I usually don't move my plants that much, and there's a drawback about moving plants because I have to reestablish shelf and then grow again. So normally I would just do it deep enough. I already have it planned out where it should be, so I stick it there. And just deal with it for a few weeks until I decide, do I really need to move it, or am I good with it there? Usually, most likely, it's always there, good where it's at. So I would plant it all the way down. If you plant it, within the cap, it'll be fine. The roots will grow into the soil. Again, once that happens, you don't want to move it too much, because when you pull that thing out, it's going to pull out all the soil as well. So, try to stick to a plan, just stick with it, and let the plants be where it's at, and just let it do its thing. Because every time you pull it out, it has to reestablish itself. It's going to not grow as fast again as well. So, really, it's all up to you. Ken says the Dinero Bio CO2 system is probably the best starter. Yes, but I think, isn't that basically your basic do-it-yourself system kind of thing? But yeah, I've seen that box around over at my local fish store, and that's what it seems to me. It's a do-it-yourself canister system. You set it up and it'll work great, but it'll work like a do-it-yourself canister system where you have to swap it out every week or so. But yeah, that is another good suggestion there. The only problem with that is that you just spend money to just keep doing these do-it-yourself system, but when, after maybe a couple of months, you would have enough of that money you're spending on the do-it-yourself system to actually go pressurize. So, again, it really depends on you. If you could wait, if you can't, if you want to just learn, you know how to deal with CO2 in your tank, that's a good way to learn. It's those do-it-yourself CO2 systems. Again, like I said, I have a video on it. Just search my YouTube channel. Which, by the way, guys, I am starting something called on my website. It's called Backstage, the water box kind of thing, where you know, log in with your accounts or whatever, and then we'll have a lot more tools that you can use and stuff like that, as well as submitting aqua evaluations for the live chat and a lot of other fun things. Check your scores on the trivias we have on live chat and stuff like that. But that's something I've been working on when I wasn't making videos this whole time. I've been working on a lot of programming stuff to get a lot of people, you know, more involved with tools and stuff. Not just, you know, Facebook. Facebook group's fine. It's just hard to, you know, find things and hard to like trace when someone has an actual, you know, question. When there's a lot of questions, it's hard to keep track of it after a while, because I tend to, if you guys been on the Waterbox Facebook community, is I tend to go back and double check to make sure you guys are doing fine for whatever questions I've answered or whatever, you know, whatever problems you're having. I watch what people reply and stuff, and I always go back and check it out. Let's see what else we have here. Wow. Yeah, and I hope that helps, Louisian King, what I answered there. Oh, okay. We got it looks like Korean name there, so I can't pronounce it. But hello. Enjoy your videos. Keep up, I'm assuming, the good work. Thank you very much. No problem, T Riddle. No problem. Ryan, are you getting no sound? Can we get another sound check? Do we lose sound? I'm seeing the meter go here. So let me know. Yeah. Wait, no sound, and Ryan here. Oh, you probably came up in the front, maybe. Alright. Welcome, Todd Ratson. Good to see you again. And yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you guys are into. Hope you guys have a good one. Definitely a safe and good one. Let's see, Todd Rasson said, my CO2 supplier won't fill bottles that they don't sell you. Really? 260 CAD for 12-pound bottle and $60 refill. Those are ugly steel bottles too. Well, 20-pound refill, that's $60. That seems like quite a lot, because I think a refill for a 12-pound bottle here would be around $20. Around 20 bucks for us here. So I don't know where you're going to your CO2. Maybe find a different CO2 supplier. Maybe. 12-pound bottle though, that will last you forever. Okay, that's $60 refill. I just don't know where you put it. 12-pound bottle is really big. So yeah. Yeah, well, that sucks. Try to find a different supplier. They're all over the place. So I'm not sure why. They probably liability issues. I don't know how the laws are in Canada. If you have to only refill bottles that they sell you or whatever. But yeah, there's a legality type of thing too. If they fill a bottle that's expired and it blows up, they're kind of liable for that stuff. Usually. At least in here in the US, I think. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Okay, T Riddle, Java Fern question. Okay, I have some Java Ferns in a 10-gallon that I have grown taller than the tank. Okay, yeah. Can I prune the leaves back to the rhizomes? Yeah, you could do that. It'll just start all over. Or you can wait till it propagates and then take the propagated plants and start with that and take the big, you know, the main mother plant or whatever it is that it started from, put it into a different tank. Or, like you said, you could just prune out clip out the leaves and just have it restart the plants. But in a 10-gallon tank, and if you have a really good setup, those Java Ferns will grow out of the tank itself. So that's really up to you. You might want to switch. I don't know what else would be small enough for a 10-gallon tank that would look good. That looks like Java Fern. I don't know if there's like a mini version of Java Fern. I don't remember too much. I know there's different variations, but I know Java Ferns go crazy. When you see my next video, I talk about just basically pruning back my 20-gallon long, and it is overgrown. When you see that video, you'll see how overgrown it is. And I've been just sitting on my butt. I've been too lazy to mess with it. But all the dwarf sage is just a huge, like, pile of it in the front, and it's just driving me nuts. I need to get rid of it because it's growing all over the place. It's uprooting other plants, and it's also the roots, you know, or the runners are running into different roots of different plants, and it's either dislodging them or it's just getting in the way and killing them. So I have to pull out all that dwarf sage as much as I can and just keep doing it because I just don't want that stuff anymore. It's just crazy. So see, Ryanair, you went back a while. Make sure to check. Yeah, diatoms. I hate diatoms. It's annoying. So I feel your pain. So I guess that's why it's just that empathy there that I need to go back and make sure you're okay. You know. Yeah, Canada is expensive. Yeah, Canada is expensive. I think it has to do more with all the importing fees and stuff like that. I just know you guys pay a lot more out of stuff that we pay here, especially if you buy stuff here and have it shipped over. You got to pay this enormous, stupid Canadian Post fee or whatever. I know you guys run into that. It's so annoying. Ryan Riley says, I know you tried 2 Fluval 3.0s on your 20 breeder, but said it was too much light. I'm trying to do the same, but raised them about 6 inches. Think it'll still be too much? Ryan, it depends on what you're growing and what you're trying to do. Okay. Yeah, 2 Fluvals 3.0, my 40 breeder was outrageous. It was, the plants were loving it. Okay. It's not outrageous in that it's overbearing. It's just outrageous because the plants just sucked up. It was crazy. I mean, that was literally a tank set up to be high tech, and I wasn't at first trying to make it high tech. You do have to do 2 40-40 breeder because of just coverage. If you put 1 strip on a 40-gallon breeder, you're not going to get enough spread. And, well, you will, but it's going to be a very low light spread. So if you have two fixtures going across, doubling it up, it'll give you a lot more spread and a lot more coverage and a lot more par rating because it's overlapping each other. Now, if you want, like you've done, you raise about 6 inches, it should work just as fine. But really, again, it depends on what you're trying to grow. So if you're trying to grow like a lot of high light demanding plants and stuff like that, it might be better if you just leave it at the surface of the tank and just let it go off of there. Again, adjust as you need as you change your plant, as you change your aquascape. Okay. Of course, if you're going to take plants out, it's going to be less plants, so you want to raise the light so you don't get that much light and get too much algae, blah, blah, blah. So it's all about keeping that balance going and understanding that balance. For you right now, again, depends on what you're going to start with, depending on how much plants you have in your tank, what kind of plants. You can leave about 6 inches, see how that works, and just figure it out. Just kind of like go with it after a few weeks, figure out how your plants are doing and if you need to lower them or not. Again, it depends on your setup, depends on plants you're doing and everything like that. That's the hardest thing to, figure things out with people when they ask me questions. Is this too much? Is this too little? I was like, well, it depends on what you're trying to do. They always leave out that important part of the conversation is what are you trying to do with your tank? Okay? I can't just give you a blanket statement and have it work. It probably will not work because every tank's different. Oh, you know what? T. Riddle just said this is perfect right now. He said, Ryan, can't you decrease the intensity if needed on the Fluval 3.0? Duh. Of course you can. So leave it. You don't have to raise it. Just leave it down and then just adjust the intensity instead. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Now, I have the 2.0s on my tank, but you could adjust the intensity on that, and that's what I've been doing. Actually, that tank is kind of decommissioned. I'm just letting it run because of the filter. Just let the filter pick up whatever and just keep it cycled because I'm going to use the filter biomedia later for a different tank once I get that set up. And then I'm going to reboot that 40-gallon tank. But right now, what I have it running right now, it's on like 25% intensity on both lights just to have light in there. I think there's still some plants going around. I definitely have algae in it. So I think I'm just mainly growing algae in that tank. But yeah. Oh yeah, but that's good. It's good. So I think in this segment, before you guys ramp up more questions and stuff, we're gonna go ahead and go to tank evaluations. Let's go and switch the thing here. And that is the wrong thing. Hold on here. Oh, that is the thing. Sorry, guys. Alright, there we go. And my camera is all messed up. Alright, cool. I'll have to adjust the camera later. So, this first tank eval, well, we only have one tank eval. We actually have two, so I will go ahead and put in the next one later. So let me pull that up really quick. So I do want to get this in for JJ. Okay, get that. And we'll get to that later. Okay, so the first tank we value have is Past Dirt Road. 6 gallon. He submitted this. He just wanted to know just an over eval on the scape, and he needs something for the back left and some sort of carpet. He thinks. Okay, well let's take a look at this. First of all, it's that very messy jungle feeling. So there's actually no rhyme or reason to where he's planting everything. It looks like he's sticking everything wherever it looks good, which is fine if that's the thing he's looking for. Now what he's saying here on the back here, he wants something in the back, I guess, to fill in this area here. So get something that's stringy that doesn't grow out like these. I think it looks like Lewigia. I don't know what, might be Lewigia, I'm not sure. So something more stringy, Myacas maybe. You get a whole wall of Myacas, Rotalas, Rotala greens, those kind of, something lengthy, right? Not that doesn't spread out. So you could just have a whole wall in the back there, look good. Now carpeting, it's really up to you. Looks like you have smaller, it looks like boosts right here. That's fine. You can just leave it there. Carpeting is not always, something that you should go for unless you really want to do it. So on the carpeting, it's up to you. But if you want carpeting, go Monte Carlo, especially with your setup. No CO2, off-brand moderate lighting LED. So go with a low demanding carpet plant, especially on the 6 gallon there. You can always go Monte Carlo if you want. Hair grass will work as well. Just expect it both to grow slowly. But other than that, you don't always need to have a carpet. So guys, let him know in the comments, in the chat, about any suggestions you might have. Just go ahead and post them. He'll come back and look at it later. Most of these people do. Let me go back to here. I'm going to set this up really quick. You guys can watch as I do this. If you have any other questions, just go ahead and post them, and we'll get to them in a bit. What do we have here? Alright, he didn't give me that. I'm not quite sure how big the tank is. Okay. CO2 didn't tell me the actual CO2. He's using a Paul Fly, RGB LED, which we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm not sure what the tank size is. Thrive all-in-one on dosing. He didn't say anything about his substrate. Nothing about filtration. So you guys get to see the back end of me doing these things right here. This is how I set up the aqua evaluations when you guys post them. Sooner or later, you guys will be able to post on your own in the backstage, the Waterbox aquarium site. So let's go back. There, here we go. JJ. All right, here we go. So it looks like he's doing a dry start on this one. I'm not sure how big it is. It's just so hard. I don't have any references to see how big it is. It looks maybe like 10 gallons, something like that. So the setup, he has a CO2 already set up, Thrive all-in-one dosing when flooded. Not sure what else you could do in terms of nano plants aside from the moss on the bonsai. Excuse me. So I could use help on what plants I could look good. Maybe ideas of rock features I should add. Also think of changing the color of the path since I'm not sure what's flooded still stand out. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. Looks good. It looks like you said, sorry in here that I didn't put in. AC carpet. Okay, the AC carpet look nice, and it looks like you just started a dry start. But you know what? It's something like this, especially a bonsai tree, and sounds like you're doing it with the moss for the leaves and stuff. What would look really good is actually dwarf hairgrass instead of HC, I think, in my personal opinion. But if you're going to stay with HC, cool, you have it here, you have it here. Rocks. Well, you see, it's weird that you didn't plant your AC in the back here, so I'm not sure what you're going to plan to do here. In something like this, I would have just gone very minimal and just went the AC over the hill as well in the back here and just have a whole carpet of HC going. And like again, I would suggest doing dwarf hairgrass instead with this type of setup, with the bonsai tree mainly, because then you'll look like it's a grassy knoll kind of thing. That's my suggestion. Do a frosted backing. Don't worry about any other larvae. So you're just going to get a very iwigumi escape type escape here. What you're doing. That's what I would do. That's my personal opinion. I wouldn't put any more other plants in there. A nice carpet and the Java moss growing on those, leaves of the trees, and it'll look very minimal, but it'll look very gorgeous. I might put like bamboo, some kind of bamboo fence along the path, maybe. You said you wanted to redo the color path to make it stand out, so I would maybe instead of digging this up, just put pool filter sand over it, something more white, something more bright. But this will still look good, I think, once you flood it. It's so hard to tell sometimes until you flood everything and you know what it looks like. But yeah, it's looking good. I can't wait to see it flooded and all grown in and stuff. Java moss, when you use DSM, works wonderful. It grows great. If you haven't seen it, seen the results of it, look at my dry start method video where you see me do my uigumi tank. I paint, I chop up and paint the Java moss all over my rocks, and it just grew through the DSM process extremely well. And once I flooded it, it just had this look of a moss on a rock kind of thing, and it looked pretty good, I must say so myself. Anyways, okay, that's all the aquas evals we have for this live stream. You guys, if you want aqua evals done on your tanks and stuff, or we look at it, have any suggestions, by the way, if you guys have any suggestions on JJ's tank that we just looked at, go ahead and post them down below, and he'll come and he'll watch it. I don't think he's gonna make it today. He's some kind of holiday party or something. But yeah, so if you guys want aqua evals to just join the Waterbox Facebook community and check out when I post it. After I get the back end site up, you'll be able to post it on your own. So, but anyways, go back to the general chat thing. There we go. And let's pull out the full. There you go. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? And by the way, welcome, Fish Nerd Vlog. Good to see you here, Joe. Let me try to catch up here, guys, because I have to find my place. Okay, looks great. Sorry, guys, for the pause. 54 Punchy says he likes how the Luigia echoes the color of the rocks. I'm assuming she's talking about past the Dirt Roads tank, the first tank we saw. Todd Ratson said, I like the tank, but I would rearrange the taller plants in the back and put some dwarf hairgrass and crypts in the front. And again, this is the first tank we saw, and give it some depth. That's actually a good suggestion there. It says, let the plants hit the surface and curl forward. Nice, I like that. Ryan Neimer. I can't pronounce your last name. I suck at pronouncing names, if you guys haven't figured out already. How do we send in pics to our tanks? It's basically, you go to our Facebook page, and I'll show you. Where am I? Okay. Go to the Facebook page. join our Waterbox Facebook community. We're gonna make it big for you guys. And then usually when I do a live stream, I'll post it and I'll say Aqua Evals, and we got some for the live chat whenever posted here, and I'll have you post the the stats of your tank and what your question description is, and then you're supposed to post a few pictures of your tank. The first picture has to be a wide picture of your tank, and then any follow-up pictures you want that shows close-ups of questions you're asking or something you want to show off. So it's not just evals, but it's also just showing off your tank, just getting some kind of feedback or something on it. And I share it with you guys, and then get your opinions too, because the people who are showing off the tanks is doing it so they get feedback on their tank. So yeah, make sure you get into the Waterbox Facebook community, and it's facebook.com/group/thewaterbox, which is on the screen here, right up there. And I can also post it in the chat. There you go. So that's where you go. Sign up there, and also you'll get notified about other stuff, updates and stuff. I mainly use the Facebook community to do that, to interface with you guys. I just answer questions on the Facebook comments, but mainly that's all I do. Mostly here we do the same thing, but I also talk to you guys. Just have fun and talk, as well as give you guys updates on things that are outside of the YouTube preview. I have Instagram as well. You guys could follow me there, but I rarely do much about Instagram. It's just I'm not the type of guy that takes pictures and share it. That's like not my type of thing. I might do it once in a while, but I don't make that kind of like, oh, I gotta wake up and then share my pics with everyone kind of thing. So see. Thank you, Tampa Tom. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please do. It helps me out. I think it helps me out. YouTube's very confusing. But hitting like does just show me that you like it. Or hit dislike if you want. If you don't like what I'm saying to you. Yeah, he said, Todd says definitely need some rocks. And I'm assuming he's talking about the second tank that we looked at. I think maybe a little outcrops of rock might work, just to kind of break up that, that low line of carpeting. But normally in what I'm looking, and I kind of have that picture in my head of what it looks like when it's all grown out. Just going with the whole minimalist look, because I kind of had that same idea with the beta tank I want to do, that I'll be doing sooner or later, which is kind of his idea there as well. And I was thinking about using moss. I forgot the name of the moss, but whatever. As well as a carpeting of dwarf hairgrass with a path. Very, very zen-like looking kind of aquascape with a beta. But then I'm gonna have to look for a nice beta. I want a full rose tail beta kind of thing. So, but yeah, rocks would look good there too. But it really depends on what you guys want to talk about. This is very interesting what Talrad said, a hobbit house. Now, in the next segment where I talk about, some YouTube channels that I'm watching, one of them is Simply Beta. I don't know if you guys watch her. I'm a huge fan of hers, and we talked once in a blue moon. But she did this video on her aquascape of Hobbit, of a Hobbitville or Hobbiton or whatever, and it was really pretty cute. But you guys gotta check that out, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. Said Jeffrey Lay, where do you buy your CO2 from? If you're talking about refills of CO2, for my paintball CO2 tank, I go to a paintball store, a shop, where they refill it from a large, huge, CO2 tank. For my bigger tanks, like the 5-pound tank, I take it to a medical supply place, where they do fill up gas stuff like O2 and CO2, for the medical industry. So I go there and get that refilled. If you're talking about, a setup or whatever, I usually hodgepodge my setups from eBay and Amazon. Or if you really want to spend the money on something extravagant and decent, there's two places I always suggest if you're overseas. I think it's CO2 Art is a good place to get it. And here Oh, gosh. I totally forget. There's another CO2 place. Dang it. Can't remember where. Can't remember the name of it. One is CO2 Arts. The other one is... Oh, sorry. Brain fart. If I remember, I'll post it. So, or I'll talk about it. Yeah, Ken said it right here. Simply Beta's videotape with Hobbit House. Yeah, go watch it, Todd. It's really cool. She really did a good job on that one. Man, I'm very way behind. Jeffrey Templeton says he gets it from welding supplies. That's another good place to get it. There's another welding. There's a few around me that I could get it from, but I'm so used to getting it from the medical place, and they're open on the weekends, so it's easier for me to go there. Yeah, Ryan. Sometimes you gotta keep looking for it. Since I don't regularly schedule my live chats anymore because I'm on and off my live chats, you can't really depend on, oh, I'm going to do live chat, so there's going to be Aqua evals in the next one. I do change it on and off, but maybe I will get back into a more schedule my live chats again and start running trivia. I know a lot of people are missing that and asking for that and stuff, but yeah. Oh, by the way, the backstage, the waterboxaqua.com site, we'll have tons of fun things like you earn points when you do the trivia. You guys been earning points if you guys didn't know that. So I'm on and then you're going to start earning points for other things, and I'm thinking about taking those points so you get discounts off shirts or something, or trade items for some cool prizes as long as it's in stock or whatever. But that's stuff I'm working on, something fun for you guys, and also just having points, see how far you are and who's been doing what and who's been participating a lot, and you can earn points that way. But yeah. Said Fishner Vlog, what do you think of Joey's new contest? Will you be entering? I saw the contest and I was like, oh, that'd be fun to do, but I probably won't, mainly because I want to give people other chances. I know Joey enough that he knows me, and it's just like kind of weird, I'd feel like I'm stealing it from a fan that really would want to meet him. It's not like I can't, just buy a plane ticket, go down to Aquashella in Texas, which I might do, and go hang out there and just, hit it up with Joey and see if he wants to hang out. But I've met Joe before. He's a really nice guy. He's pretty awesome. And we talk once in a while when I get on his live chat, or when I have a question. I am him on Instagram, and we have a quick discussion about stuff. But yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Being a channel that big, he gets slack for it. But that's gonna happen when you get big enough in anything you do. So, see, Jeffrey Lay says Arms renew this, so you have to buy used tank regulator and diffuser and go to gas company for gas. Okay, so you are new to this. First suggestion is go and watch my CO2 series. I pretty much explain everything there about all the options you have, the type of tanks that are out there and stuff. It's a whole series of, what was it, guys? 8 videos? Or was it less? 6 videos? Something like that. But that explains everything, and that should get you on your way. But you don't have to buy a used tank. You can buy a new tank if you want, or you can lease a tank from the place that you get your CO2 from. Leasing it is cheaper, but buying it is just, you get a nice looking tank, Usually CO2 tanks are hidden underneath the, big CO2 tanks are hidden underneath the stand, the aquarium stand. So, to me, it's just like, lease it. It's just cheaper that way. You can buy it if you want, if you really want to do that. But if it's going to be hidden anyways, why bother, right? Why spend the extra money? Todd Raston said, I always overcomplicate my escapes. I have to resave myself or they look busy. Yeah, it happens sometimes. For me, after a while, I got used to it. It's just like, all right, if I want to look really minimalistic, something like an Iwagumi tank, then I can leave it like that. But then if I get the itch, instead of messing with what's already set and I'm happy with, I'll just start a new tank up. There's another excuse to, start another tank. So, said Jeffrey Lane, okay, we need to talk about this. We'll always talk about this. I mention this a lot, but people are going to keep asking. Any difference between the grade of gases or any CO2 gas will work. Okay. There are two grades of CO2 that you could purchase that you'll only be able to get from CO2 suppliers. Okay, there's food grade and there's industrial grade. Okay, the only two difference between the food grade and industrial grade is the purity of it. Okay, food grade is 99.9% pure. Okay, food grade is, I believe, just 99%. It's 99%. I posted somewhere on my comments on the video before. But I think it's 99%. So you have that. It's very minimal, the difference between it. For us using it in a tank, it should be no big deal to use industrial grade or food grade. Honestly, I think food grade CO2 is the same concept as organic hot dogs, organic celery, organic lettuce, organic whatever. You put organic in front of it and then you could charge more. I think really that's what you're looking at now. You know, you're seeing organic grade, food grade CO2 or industrial grade CO2. The difference is minimal. Your fish should not have a problem with 99% purity of CO2. It wouldn't matter anyways because they can't survive on CO2 anyways. So you're talking about the purity of CO2 and whatever it's getting in your tank, and there's not enough. Purity of 99% isn't going to cause problems of anything else getting in your tank from that purity of CO2. So it's minimal, but the cost is actually a huge difference, at least for some places that I've talked to people about. Well, how much is food grade versus industrial grade where you live? There's actually a huge couple dollar difference type of thing, and it's just a couple dollars. But when you start talking about how much CO2 you need for how big of a tank, that cost grows. So when we talk about grades, it should be not a problem if you use industrial or food grade. Now, there's only, like I said, two grades of CO2 here in the U.S. at least, okay? I don't know. You have to look at the laws in your country. But the FFA, is it FFA? Is that the flying people, or is it not FDA? Whatever. Administration for Food or whatever, FDA, whatever. They have laws set. So you can't sell anything less than industrial grade, okay? And if you want to, and if you sell CO2 for beer kegging or making soda or whatever, you have to get food grade because that's the law, and food grade is 99.9% pure CO2. Okay, for us humans, because I guess if we have any nasty stuff in there, it's not good for us. So they have specific strict laws on the type of grade, on the grade of CO2 here in the U.S. Again, don't know the laws and how it is in different countries, but it's most likely probably the same as well. T-Riddle says still learning more about using CO2, especially how it affects pH. CO2 will lower your pH, okay? And the effects in it is that it adds carbon in the pH, which then lowers the pH. It's a temporary lower. It doesn't lower it forever. If you have your CO2 on and your CO2 is enriching your tank, by the prime of it, like middle of the day, your pH will lower. And you want to lower about 1 point, and that's the perfect level for your plants and for not gassing your fish. Okay, but that will go away again once the CO2 shuts off, all the light shuts off. It's not a permanent thing. Okay, so remember that, T. The other thing is that, where was I going to go with that? The other thing, it's really that easy. You put CO2 in your tank, it'll soften the water. Okay. The harder thing to understand is GH, KH, pH, and how it affects all that, and how CO2 affects all that. That is for a different conversation. This is a longer conversation. So hopefully I will be able to make a video about that later. And Ryan Riley, thank you. It's GLA. That's the other company here in the U.S. that's based here in the U.S. that you get really good regulator CO2 stuff from. It's expensive, but it's good stuff. All right, Ryan, have a good holiday. Stay safe. And thank you for joining us. See what else we have here. Oh, first the vlog gotta go too. All right, see you later. Thank you for thank you for joining us, Joe. Good to see you. I was reading Select's pet comment here. That's why I said Select. Jeffrey Lay, thank you. I appreciate comments. This is one of the best plant channels I've encountered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for, staying tuned and everything. And, again, hang out. Join at the, Waterbox Facebook group and, talk. Join in the fun. Have some, have some laughs and stuff. And talk about tanks. So, let's go ahead and go to where? Here. Okay, guys, welcome back. That was my cutscene. I made a cutscene for the Aquarium evals, but unfortunately, I did not actually put them up. I didn't add it in here, and I can't add it now while it's live streaming. But we're gonna go through a couple of YouTube channels that I like. I don't know. I think I might have highlighted some of these already in the past live stream. Channel highlights. But first one I talk about is Simply Beta. If you haven't subscribed to her or checked her out, check her out. She's really awesome. She's sweet, and she does some really cool videos about a lot of videos about betas. She does her own setup. She breeds her own betas and stuff like that. Now the one we were talking about was the Hobbit tank here, and I don't want to play it, but okay, let's not do that because I don't want to get dinged for it, especially with the music she's using. But she has this Hobbit themed Aqua she did. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, that was a fun project to just watch her do. But yeah, let's go ahead and link her channel. Hi Priscilla, good to see you on board. Long time no speaketh. And yeah, she has a really cool channel. That's one of my favorite channels that I watch a lot. One of the newer channels I'm starting to watch is The Gamer's Wife. I don't know why her name is The Gamer's Wife. I promise you she does do lots of fish videos and stuff like that. She's only at 1.3k subscribers. She deserves a lot more. Her production value is good. I love her production values. And if you guys want to, really check her out and see if it's something for you, do it. Hit that subscribe button for her because she has a lot of really good videos, and her production value is really, really good for all her videos. I'm actually doing a collab with her. I'm writing a script right now, so whoever watches this, I am writing that script. I'll get that script to you soon. But we're doing a collab. We have this really cool. It's going to be Life of an Aquarius, episode 2. I did episode 1 a while ago about the 23 phases of water change. I want to keep doing that. I have a lot of ideas for more episodes of that, but I just came up with a new one when I was talking to her about doing a collab. But yeah, check her out and subscribe to her if you like her too. And this is, where's her channel link? That's not her channel link. Psychedelic Babe, why are you blocked? What do you mean you're blocked? Hey Jay Aquatics, good to see you, buddy. Okay, next channel. I think I might have already highlighted her, but I'm not sure. I'll highlight her again. It's cool. I love Ray. She's fun. She's awesome. She does a lot of cool videos about her tanks and stuff. She's mainly salt water, but she has other stuff like betta tanks and koi tanks and stuff like that. And she's fun. She's goofy, just like me. I'm a goofball too, but I think that's one of the reasons why I love watching her channel. So check her out. And subscribe if you like her stuff. Again, another top quality production YouTube channel too. She really puts time into her production. And the final channel I'll talk about is River Life. I actually stumbled upon him through the Green Team or Team Green Alliance. I'm not sure why the name is like that, but it's a lot of aquarium YouTubers getting together and sharing their videos, sharing their channels, and trying to boost their channels and stuff. Kind of what I wanted to do with the coalition, the Aquarius Coalition, but I kind of stopped doing that because I want to change the way how it works. I just didn't want it to be another group where we just share videos and stuff. I want to actually teach people how to, you know, get more views, how to do better videos and stuff. But anyways, for river life, I really dig this guy. He's really cool, and he does a lot of videos as well as about him going out and fishing. There's a lot of really nice, relaxing videos of that, and I miss doing that. I just don't have time to go fishing anymore. I used to do a lot when I was younger, but I miss that whole feel of being out there in nature and just going fishing. But he has a lot of that, and he has a lot of aquarium videos. A lot mainly from his aquatic experience trip. But yeah, he's worth it. He's a nice character there. So be someone to watch for. I think he would go far if he just, you know, if he concentrates a lot, he gets his production value up and stuff like that. He's definitely someone that's good to keep an eye out on. Okay. So anyways, that is the end of the channel highlights. Hope you guys give these channels a chance and check it out. And yeah, we'll go back more to what you guys are talking about here. Okay, let's see. All right, like I said, Priscilla, welcome. Hey, JH Aquatics, how you doing, buddy? Psychedelic Babe. Again, I'm not sure why you say you blocked. Hopefully you answered why. Why am I blocked? Or, I'm not sure why you're blocked. How can you be blocked when I can see you talking? Hey, Tina, good to see you. You're blocked by one of them. I have to go check and see why you're blocked. That is weird. I don't know why you're blocked. Now if we can figure out where in the heck to look for the blocked users and stuff. It's on the channel. The channel. Advanced. Oh, sorry guys, let me figure out why Psychedelic Babe is blocked. Not sure why she's blocked. I just have to find a place where I look at all the blocked people. Just reconnect that. I think it's... I'll have to look at it later because I can't find the place of where it shows the blocked people. I know it's here somewhere. Here? Nope, not there. No. Okay, I don't know where it's at, so I'll have to look later, Psychedelic Babe, and see why. I'm not sure what you're blocked about, because if you're posting on the chat, I should be able to see you. Oh, actually, where's she? Maybe I could do it from here. Well, I can't do it from there either. I don't know where it's at. I'll have to check later. Or you're joshing with me and then... oh no. Priscilla, I hope you feel better. Stomach bug? Ew. Well, passing out usually helps you get over it, that's for sure. There's Psychedelic Babe. KG Tropicals. I have my fingers crossed I would be on the channel highlight. Seriously, KG? You want to be on my highlight? I will definitely highlight you. Let's do that really quick. I'm going to highlight. Here we go. Oops. Not supposed to show you that. Oh, not supposed to show you that either. KG Tropicals. I'm going to highlight you, bud. I don't know why I need to highlight this guy. Hey, check him out. He's back. I used to watch this guy all the time. He's back with his wife too. Actually, by the way, dude, I really love the latest video. You and your wife really has this thing going. I like that. But yeah, I love the 10 things you should know about discus and all that stuff. But if you guys don't know who he is, go sub to this guy. Do yourself a favor. Really love his videos. He does a lot of live chatting and stuff like that too. But there you go, KG Tropical. Can't say that I didn't give you anything. Highlight there. So let's see. Yeah, KG's here. KG's awesome. Tina, how did your latest thing with the movie lighting? It went well. We're on a break. My friend, that I'm doing this short skit with, he's kind of sick right now. He's going through some stuff, so, and on all the holiday stuff. So we're all kind of on break on that. But we still have a few more scenes to go. It's taking forever to do because we're doing so much setup on it. Yeah. Danny's Aquarium has me blocked. Is he a mod? I think he might be. I don't know why he has you blocked though. How do you even tell that he blocked you? That's weird. Yeah, well, John got his highlight. I don't think it was famous enough. Not enough yet. They won't tell me it's a mod that blocked. I'll figure it out later. If these things don't go on, I'll take you off if I see you on the list. I just don't know where that damn list is. Huh. Okay, that's cool. Now, this segment should be where we do the trivia, but I didn't set up trivia today. So, yeah. Any other questions or anything? Just let me know. Anything you guys want to talk about? You guys seen Aquaman yet? That was a good movie. I liked it. I was surprised. I thought it was going to bomb. Because other than Wonder Woman, which is an extremely awesome movie, and I loved it, everything else from DC has been kind of boring. So, I don't know. I was really surprised with Aquaman. I really liked Aquaman. Really liked the person playing Mera too. Yeah, but that was a good movie. You guys haven't seen that? Watch that. I haven't watched Spider-Man's Into the Spider-Verse yet. I want to see that. Gotta hit up Mary Poppins, just because it's something from my childhood. Sherlock and is it Holmes and Sherlock or whatever? I want to see that. Those two guys are really funny together. So I don't know. Let me know what are you guys up to? What do you guys have planned for the holidays? Any movies you guys plan to watch or anything? Terry Tropical Tanks. What I did we did trout and we did a lot of bass, but mainly my love is bass fishing. But that was a long time ago. That's when I was way younger. Wouldn't mind getting back into it, but I would do bass fishing up into the lakes. It's a place called Bishop around there, here in California. And a lot of the lakes up in Mammoth and stuff would go out there. It's gorgeous up there, and bass fishing there is usually pretty prime. Venom was cool. I didn't want to extremely like it, but it was fun. I liked it. But yeah, you definitely need to go watch Aquaman, Priscilla. Definitely a good movie. I liked it. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to watch Aquaman for a certain person that's in it, right? That's too funny. Young Justice new season's coming out. Yeah, I've never seen that, Young Justice. Again, I'm more of a Marvel fan than DC, but I'm a fan of both, but more Marvel than DC. Okay. That's cool. Oh, there it is. Well, that took a while to load. Yeah, Kelly does grow some big bass there. Yeah, everyone's wrapping up presents, huh? Getting ready for the holidays. That's nice. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm not a family guy. I don't know. I've just been loving that single life kind of thing. I like having money to spend and stuff like that on myself. A lot of friends that I hang out with and stuff like that. But I'm not much of a family guy. I used to be when I was younger. It's like, oh, gotta get married, find the love of my life, blah blah blah. I got over it. Just one of those things. Got over the Christmas Story. Dude, the ultimate Christmas movie is Die Hard. Alright? JH, it's Die Hard. So go watch Die Hard. I like that, T-Roll. A friend said Aquaman is just a wet Thor. I guess so. I could go with it. I mean, the storyline is your typical storyline of a superhero storyline. So I think most of it is just women want to watch their Aquaman do their thing. But yeah. I think it's upcoming. I think I'm gonna do that 60-gallon tank. I'm just gonna do a easy low tech tank. So I'm probably gonna inject it with CO2 and put highlighting in it like I always do, even though I said it's low tech, it's not. And just do a Tetra tank. I'm thinking, cool Tetra tank. That'd be cool. Prepping one of my 10 gallons, kind of revamping that into a nano reef tank. Mostly with the soft, what is it? The easier corals. I'm gonna start with just to get my feet wet in the saltwater marine reef tank kind of thing before I set up my 55-gallon reef tank. I just want to get my feet wet on that, and then of course rebooting someday that Iwigumi tank and that 40-gallon. That I'm gonna turn into Dutch, but it's just time. I just get so lazy. I get so into things. I tend to like binge things. Like if I'm on a binge on watching TV or catching up movies and stuff, I will binge the heck out of it for weeks. If I want to play games, I'll binge on it for a week, like, or 2 or 3 weeks, and then not play a game again for 6 months or whatever. I get on these binging streaks. And one of those things is making videos, YouTube videos. So when I get into binging streak or making YouTube videos, I don't really pay attention much more than trying to make the video. And if I do set up the fish tank for a video, then more to it. I'll just set up the tank to do the video. I've been really, I think since I got back into doing the tank stuff, I actually did a tank just for the heck of it. There's always some kind of gimmick where I'm like, oh, this would be really cool to do in front of a video kind of thing. But that's just I just stick with it. That's just the way I'm like, okay, if I want to set up the tank, I must as well do a video about it. And that's kind of the thing. If you've been a YouTuber as long as me on whatever subject you're doing, I've been doing this for almost 10 years on YouTube, on various different hobbies, is that when you're doing YouTube, the thing that's always nagging in the back of your mind is, can I put this on video? Would this make a good video? Would this be something that people want to see? So a lot of my decisions are based on, should I do it because it would make a good video? And unfortunately, that my thinking has always gone that way now, since I've been doing this for whatever. So it's a lot of things. It's like, do I want to play Warhammer with this guy? Would he look good in front of a camera? Or do I want to just play him to enjoy him? Most likely, I don't want to play it because I want to enjoy playing with someone. And mostly, I want to do it because it's it's a battle rep that I can make out of video. So a lot of that depends. When I was making the tabletop stuff, I was like, well, would he do good in front of the camera, or would he be camera shy? Would he freak out? Because a lot of people, believe it or not, don't want to be in front of the camera. So a lot of times it's like, oh, you want to play a game with me? Then hey, do you want to do a battle report? Are you cool with doing a video? And if they say no, then I'm like, well, this weekend I had to make a video, so I needed to do a battle report. So why don't we hold it off and play another day? And I'll go find someone that don't mind playing in front of a camera. Or when I'm creating an army for a certain a game, a lot of decisions like, will this army do good as videos for my channel? Rather more than I just want to do it. There's only a couple times that I do have that inkling of, oh, I want to start this army again. This is tabletop stuff, and I did it because I wanted to. Very rarely that I just did because it looked good on camera. A lot of times my decisions, will it be good for a video? And it just goes the same thing. And when I started doing all the aquarium videos, a lot of my decision is like, well, will this be a really good video to do? And I don't mind thinking like that. A lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't base a decision on that. You should do what you love. But I do love it. See, my love is making videos. I like doing the production. I like doing the film. I like doing the editing. So that is a bonus that it has to do with aquariums, right? It's a little different when you're making a video or filming something that's not entirely your passion, but you're doing it for work or something. Like someone comes up to me and say, hey, I have this project. I want to do a tutorial about, doing, making a training video for my company, and I'll pay you to do it. Sure, why not? It's extra money, a few grand. I'm not going to say no to, but it's not my passion, because it's like whatever the training, I have to learn it. I have to write the script. I have to get their people together. I have to put up whole production out of it. I have to go down there to some place that I'm not. It's not a place that I usually go and do it, but it's just done for the money and don't really have much passion other than giving a good product to them. It's just different when you're doing it for yourself. I love it a lot more when I'm doing something that I thought up about, you know, the script I wrote or some kind of idea, some kind of story, and I get to make a production out of it. And the best thing about it is the end production. Is like when I finish it, how do people react to it? How do people like it? And does it, you know, teach people anything? You know, that's just one of the things I like doing. That's probably one of the tips I give to people is that don't do YouTube if it's just not in your nature, not in your passion, right? You have to not only want to share or whatever, but you have to be willing to put up the time and learn how to do all the editing and have a passion about doing it. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out. I mean, I burn out mainly because I just do too much of it in one sitting, you know. Like when I did that last, because before I did the whole last batch of videos, I took a break too, about maybe a month and a half break. And I went back and did that whole conglomerate of videos. And then now I'm taking that break again. And then sooner or later, you're going to see a whole conglomerate of videos in the next few months. That's kind of how I do it. And the way I set up so the way I set up my channel is simply, even if I don't do it, like I haven't been releasing videos in the last 2 months now almost. I'm still getting that steady stream about 700 to 1,000 subscribers every 28 days. So I could not do videos and still get in the subscribers with the videos I've already have out now, because that's still picking up new subscribers and stuff. So I find that I'm in one of those camps where I don't have to worry so much about binge producing videos just to keep up. It does kind of, my velocity on my channel does take a hit, but it doesn't take but maybe 3 or 4 videos in 2 weeks to get that velocity up again, because I figured out how to kind of do that with YouTube. So and it helps because the channel is pretty established as it is where it's at right now. Brent Dongaro says recommendation for a centerpiece plant for low-tech dirted 90-gallon tall aquarium, something that goes big and somewhat quick. Something goes big and low-tech. I'm assuming it's low-tech. Yeah, low-tech dirted. It's low-tech, so it's probably not going to go quick. Centerpieces I always find is get a mother plant. Amazon sword mother plant. Those things look extremely awesome. You could create a huge bundle of Java fern kind of driftwood mess. A lot of people do that. If you look on YouTube, you'll find videos on people's tank where they set up a centerpiece that's right dab in the center. That's low tech, and most of it is done through a Java fern bouquet. I guess you could say that, a bouquet of Java ferns with driftwood sticking out. That always looks really awesome to me. But within those ranges, not just getting one plant but doing a bouquet will work really well because you have a lot of varieties. If you do a bouquet of, say, Java ferns, and then within the bouquet itself, that area, you'll have stem plants like Rotala or Loewigias, reds or whatever. It will look really extremely awesome. So your centerpiece doesn't have to be just one plant. It could be a mass of plants. It could be the way how you structure and stuff. But if you're looking for something like that grows big, I don't know if it goes somewhat quick for you since you have a low-tech tank. I always go with the classic Amazon sword, a mother plant Amazon sword. You know, Amazon sword that just keeps splintering out, propagating, you know, more swords and stuff. Always love swords. Swords are one of my favorites. But what other massive plants that would look good like that? Not quite sure. If you guys have suggestions, post them down below. Let Brent know. But for me, right now, my mind's just stuck on a huge Amazon sword. I even Todd Radson said it. Amazon sword. Ocelot's swords are really nice too, so you should check those out too. And yeah, they'll grow really well in the soil tank. Is Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie? I don't know. It could be. But it's Mel Gibson, so I'm not really quite sure if you would classify anything he does under Christmas. When I'm stuck on Bocapa, Carolina right now. Yeah, once it's established, it does grow crazy. Bocapa, Carolina. It's a good plant, easy plant to grow too. Yeah, try bouquet. A bouquet of things is just like a mass. It looks great. Just look on YouTube and just find centerpiece, aquarium centerpieces, aquascape centerpieces, and you'll see a lot of people doing that kind of thing. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, there's some large crypts too, and you can just grow crypts really large too. That's something too. And crypts will look good in a bouquet, a centerpiece bouquet too. So check that out as well. All right, guys. It looks like it went to the end of the chat. And thank you guys for staying with me this long. I think I am going to sign out now. So let's give it another minute before I take off. And again, guys, I hope you guys have a really wonderful holidays. I'll start releasing videos soon again. Maybe I get my butt off to do the tank downstairs. So, you know, I could, you know, trim it up, fix it up. There's no space in it. If you guys seen a picture of it, I'll take a picture of it, post it on Instagram or something. There's no room for fish to swim. It literally is overgrown with the stupid dwarf sage, the Java ferns, and those Amazon sword compactors I got in there. Wow. I mean, when you see the video, you'll see it propagated like crazy. All the Java ferns and the Amazon compactor, they just propagated. It was crazy. And I just planted maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Was it AR? Right? I planted in there and it just overgrown. And I'm just like, wow, this is how you grow these stuff really fast. Now, I'll mention on the video how I grew it in 4 weeks, this mass bundle of AR. And yeah. But yeah, I look forward to that video, guys. Happy holiday, guys. I love you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. And go pass out, Priscilla. Feel better. I hope you do feel better. Hey. Hi, D. I didn't even see you here. Did you even say hi? Oh, man. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Remember, stay wet with your tanks, guys. If you have any questions or anything, join us on our Facebook group. You can ask them there while between downtimes of the videos as well. So take care, guys. Love you. See you guys later. Bye.